All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to CAGcast episode number 669. I'm your host, GBD, here in Long Island, New York. And as always, we're joined by a man who's got very Wombatish views on GameStop. Wombat.
I feel like that's an insult.
It was like a bad pun with
Oh.
bear and bull market. See, he's got the wombat. Yeah, it was bad, but like once again, I didn't think of anything clever to say, and I thought of that like really quickly. And I was like, that's something. Somebody might get that without me explaining it. But
Wombear and Wombull.
it's not good when you go right to the explanation.
No.
No.
Not.
Anyway, welcome to the show, everybody.
Welcome to episode 669. 669. The Stutterer's favorite episode. Joe Biden's favorite episode. He was
I don't get it. Explain. Now you explain that joke.
Because it's 669. 69.
That number is harder to say for stutterers.
No, because it's 2 6s.
I never heard that's known to be hard for stutterers. 2 6s?
No, never mind. You don't get it.
2 6s.
69.
Well, explain it.
Okay, so you got 69.
Right.
Which is a well-known sexual position.
I'm familiar with that.
So if you add another 6 in front of it and you say
Congratulations.
669,
Thank you.
if you say 669, it sounds like you're stuttering 69.
I would never have come up with that in a million years.
Well, that's too bad. For
I
you.
appreciate you making a worse joke than mine. So, like your explanation, like we really need.
That's a true friend right there.
I know. I'm good that way.
Thank you, Wombat.
Mm-hmm.
You really care.
I do.
About what I have no idea.
Hey, a hat like that comes with a free bowl of soup.
Oh, yes. Come.
It's easy to grin when your ship has come in.
Yes.
That's what she says.
Yep.
What's that noise? Oh, my heat just went on. Hold on.
Oh my God.
I have to turn my heat off. Hold on one second.
Oh, the heat is on. It's on the street.
And my phone, hold on. Take over, Wombat.
Take over, Wombat. So how was your weekend, Shipwreck?
My weekend was good.
Did you do anything special?
We had a relaxing weekend at the cabin.
Nice. Did you see any hillbillies?
Yes, I did.
Do you play like hillbilly, the punch bug? Like when you're in the car, you see a hillbilly and you go, hillbilly,
hillbilly,
blue hillbilly, hillbilly, blue truck. And
everyone gets a tetanus shot.
Punch. No, you don't.
We don't. No.
That's good.
We generally just are friendly. They're friendly with them, and they're friendly with us.
Right.
And it's all good. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. There's some awkward stuff, like not to get political on here, but
you're going to
a little bit. It's not really even about politics. It's about the level of like what is going on. Like, so I went to the local grocery store out there, and like as I'm checking out, like,
isn't it called the general store?
The general store, yes. I went to the trading post,
the furrier.
And so
after you tied off your horse and
I tied up my horse to the hitch.
You brought your pelts in.
So I was handing the cashier my pelts, and there she had like she set like her cell phone down because she was like using her cell phone or whatever. It's not a very busy store. There's not that many people. And like the background on her phone, it like the wallpaper on it is just like this huge picture of Trump's face, and just says like
Bigly,
like
Bigly head.
Four more years or something, like for whatever it said. It was like what level of it is like this? I'm gonna make this my wallpaper background. Like, what is going on?
In case you want to know.
Okay, RoboCop.
Do you want 4 more years of RoboCop?
Yes.
Is that what you're trying to say?
Definitely. 4 more anything of RoboCop.
But not RoboCop 4.
Not RoboCop. Well,
I can understand like having a RoboCop one. That's like it's a little bit odd, but it's a normal. It's a normal.
I have
thing.
a picture of my family from 2008.
Yes, that's what you're supposed. You're supposed to have an outdated picture of your family.
It is an outdated photo of my family.
Right, like I have a picture like from a Halloween with my family. Mm-hmm. Like you have like a sports team. You have like a nice nature background or something. You don't have this weird cult thing going on. Like,
but that's that just shows you that it's a weird cult thing.
No, it definitely is. It's a like, what happened that you're working at this
I know
middle of
the
nowhere
answer.
grocery store?
I know.
What's the answer?
Facebook. No, it is. I mean, that's
That was
what
the
happened.
one app. That's the one app she had on there.
She's on. She's at working at the grocery store all day. I'm sure it's not like Whole Foods in Union Square. There's not that many people coming in and out. She's looking
I don't
at the
know. I've
phone.
seen those videos of the crazy ladies at the Whole Foods in California.
There's crazy people everywhere. But
So
the point
I was gonna
is,
say, I don't know if you're.
I'm very familiar with all the other Karen videos. I'm a big fan of those. But it's people spending too much time on Facebook and becoming radicalized because Facebook pushes those stories, because that's what people, when they get them and they click on them, they read the whole thing. Then Facebook suggests more of these because, wow, this person read the whole thing and seemed really into it. Let's give them more. And it's just a cycle. That's what you do all day. I mean, it's not rocket science.
Yeah, it's just
sad.
It's sad. It's really sad because, like, yeah, they're out like in the middle of nowhere. Like, sure, whatever side of the politics you lean, that's fine. It's this, like, the flags and the things on the like wallpaper on your phone. Like, that's not something you need. That's not normal. That's like healthy in any way.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, I wish I knew you were going to tell this story, because I definitely would have had Biden's picture queued up on my phone. Like, what do you mean? That's weird? Oh.
Oh.
Oh well, that would have been good. But
that's
funny. It's just it's really social media and the algorithm, and that's how people get radicalized, being exposed to like false information. It's just watch The Social Dilemma on Netflix. So you don't have Netflix, but you understood this anyway.
Amazing.
And it doesn't matter. Ship it. The crazy thing is, it doesn't matter that you were in a grocery store in the middle of nowhere. There are people in Los Angeles who are indoctrinated the exact same way.
One of my daughter's classmates, because they do the Zoom chats, still has a big Trump flag behind her intentionally. So when they're on the Zooms, the student has the big Trump flag behind them.
Yikes.
And because it's, a fairly small town that I live in, despite being where we are, everybody knows everybody.
Right.
Apparently, this student bought the flag with her own money, and the mother posted on Facebook how proud she was that she was using her money
Trump
to support the greatest president we've ever
give
had.
him money, basically.
Yeah.
To pay his debts off.
And you don't have to be in the woods.
You don't have to. It's just the level of it is like, I don't know. I'm hoping that it normalizes some here, that we can get her away from the flags.
Well, not now, because you just brought it all up.
No, it depends about it's really the social media platforms that have algorithms that decide what you see. Well, I guess Twitter does that to an extent, right? They're showing you your timeline, but I guess in a different way. I don't use the Twitter app. I use Tweetbot, so it's all just straight timeline. But anything like Instagram, well, CLC Wolf in the chat, he says, hold on one sec.
Right.
CLC Wolf in the chat says that if you just create a new account and just start randomly clicking on things, you'll get suggested like alt-right stuff pretty quickly. And I made like a second Instagram account for nothing weird, but
balls.
For balls. I love balls, basically. I made it for like my house and like really nerdy stuff that nobody wants to see. But regardless, there's a feed on
it's
Instagram.
Testicles on Instagram. Testicles is the name.
Hairy Testicles.
Harry Testicles.
Anyway, the point was like right away, there were so many like right-wing memes that were presented to me like on a fresh account. I was like, wait a minute, I'm only following like mid-century modern houses. Like, why are you?
Because the only people that can afford a house like that vote one way.
Mid-century modern houses?
Yeah.
I'm not talking about like Drake's
anyway.
House.
I got a My Pillow ad on Facebook today. That's a true story.
Right.
I blocked it. I actually reported it for misleading advertising.
About the pillow?
About the pillow itself.
It's not really a pillow.
They say they don't work.
Show feedback.
Let's do show feedback.
Oh, I was gonna say, no one's asked how my weekend was. It was fine, thank you.
How was your weekend, Wombat?
It was nice. I got a new car.
Just one new car?
Okay, I got 2 new cars.
Damn.
This is the weirdest thing I've ever said in my entire life.
Then you got 2 new cars? Why
I got
is it so
2
weird?
new cars. It wasn't intentional, which is also doesn't make it any better, I guess.
You didn't go there with the intention of getting 2 new cars? What are you
No,
talking
we
about?
went there, but we knew we were getting one. My wife's lease was up. She needed to get a new car. That was a given, right? So we went. We're like, this is.
And you have at least 1 year left in your lease, and they just said, "Hey, why not just trade that in now and get a new one?"
My car was financed. It wasn't leased, and they knew how much I owed on my car because I financed the car through the same dealership. I've been using the same dealership for almost 12 years now, so it's not like they're strangers or anything. We've gotten lots of cars from them.
Right. Bentley of Great Neck, right?
Yeah, exactly. No, Fords. We buy affordable cars.
Oh, it wasn't Bentley?
Affordable. So my wife went.
You didn't buy 2 Bentleys?
Her lease was up, so we were gonna get her. She wanted, the new version of the same car.
Corvette.
Yeah,
I mean
Corvette.
Ford.
Yeah,
Mustang.
the Mustang, the Cobra, and those numbers all worked out and made sense, and we're fine, and we're getting everything set up. And he's like, "What?" He goes, "What's the deal with the Fiesta?" And because
What's the deal with the Fiesta? It's certainly not a Fiesta. It's just a car. Why do they call it a Fiesta?
What's the deal with the Fiesta? When are you going to be ready to get rid of that? And I said, "Well,
do you have anything shittier that I can replace it with?"
Basically, I said, "Well, what offer can you make me on the Fiesta?" He's like, "Well, let me see how much you have left on the financing, and let's see if we could go above that and put you in something real cheap, like how low a lease number we can get." Because
Okay.
I knew what I was.
They know that you don't give 2 shits about a car. It just needs to get you from point A to point B and safely.
And it's what, to be honest,
look, there's a car going by right
now.
now. It's an Amazon van. Oh,
yeah. So they gave me. I'll give the numbers. I don't give a shit. I had $4,000 left in the Fiesta.
this is fascinating. By the way, go on.
And they said that they would give me $6,000, and the car itself was only worth $4,000.
Now that's a Fiesta.
Because I know what the KBB value was of the car, so it was more than the KBB value, and they were gonna. So basically, they took the money, pay off the old, and then gave me $2,000 on top of that to lease something new. So I'm like, that's a good deal. I'm paying, I think, $9 more than I was paying a month before.
So they got you.
They got me for $9 a month.
Did you get the undercoating?
Now,
Rust-proof undercoating?
I have a red. It's red. It's got.
Dude, they make red cars now?
I was driving a silver, dirty old car. Now I have a red car with a remote start and seat warmers and a sunroof and all-wheel drive and all sorts of cool little doodads.
Congrats, Wombat.
Thank you.
Drive it safely.
Yes,
Yeah, please, because they haven't finished the safety testing on that yet.
Yes, it has a 4-star IAHS safety rating.
Is that out of 10?
Boo. Boo to you. So I got 2 new cars.
Shipwreck just wants you to be safe and,
I do.
to make fun of you a little, but mostly just to be safe.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And happy with your purchase.
I am happy.
Those
I'm
2
happy
things.
with my car. It is perfectly fine. Is it as nice as my wife's car? Not even close.
But you don't care about cars in any way whatsoever.
I do care. I just don't care in that way.
What way do you care?
I care that I like the car that I'm driving.
But, everybody has their own criteria for what they like.
No, I don't need something crazy and special. No.
Okay.
Yeah. And trust me, I guarantee you I'm still paying less for 2 cars than you're paying for 1. So exactly.
But what does that mean?
I don't know. And to answer the one question in the chat, yes, they both have Apple CarPlay.
That's the best. I love that.
Which I didn't have before in my car.
Welcome.
Right?
Well, then that's that. Yeah,
that's worth the $9 a month right there.
Mm-hmm.
It is.
Yeah.
Is it wireless?
Did you mention what it's called?
It's not. Oh, I got the Ford EcoSport for myself.
Okay.
Would you say it's more sport or more eco?
It's neither. It's like an oxymoron of a car.
Right.
So it's like it's
the
neither
Ford oxymoron.
it gets lousy fuel economy and it's a truck, so it's not sporty in any
All
way.
cars are trucks now, and I hate it.
I know.
And it's Ford's fault.
I know.
mean,
They got rid
partly.
of it. Yes, essentially what I got is the new version of the Fiesta, but it's a truck.
You got the closest thing that they sell to a car that's not a Mustang because they got rid of everything else in their product lineup.
Mm-hmm. And that's why it's what I wanted.
I hate it. I just hate, like, every time you go to a parking lot, every car is a truck, and their spaces were not made for trucks. They're made for cars. And it's like some mom gets out of a truck. Like, what do you need a truck for? It's just, you're just driving kids around. Like, we've solved this problem. The answer wasn't trucks.
I took it to the Target the other day, and I got the 24-pack of water, and it was nice that it fit in nice and easily in the back.
It has a trunk?
It has a trunk. So, you know,
It's cool.
that was nice.
Trunks are pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta have one of those, at least.
Yes.
At least one. All right. That's good. We're up to date on everybody's big purchases over the weekend.
Some people.
What do you mean? We're just talking about our weekends.
I know.
I didn't do anything. I can't talk about anything. I went to Ping Pod, I think.
All right.
It was Martin Luther King Jr. weekend, right?
Yep. The funny thing is, I won't talk about cars again for 3 years. So.
Right. I can't wait to hear what happens next year. You're gonna
just you wait until we do an episode in 2024.
Right. You're gonna walk out with 2 cars and a tricycle.
I'll walk out with 3 cars, one for Sabrina.
Right. That's scary. That's not funny at all. Let's just move on. Show feedback.
Sure.
Do it.
So I'm going to read these one right after another because they're related. Basically, it's 2 people arguing with each other about Immortals. So Chanoyu says, I'm a fan of Immortals, but the game is proof that the Legend of Frank theory doesn't really hold true. Breath of the Wild was better received because it's a more polished and is superior to Immortals on multiple aspects, physics, traversal, puzzles, pacing, and the gameplay loop. None of those things are related to the Zelda world.
The gameplay loop is the same, no?
I don't know.
Not exactly really? Between the two. No, okay. There's a lot more. I don't know, just checking off boxes in Immortals. I feel like
maybe Immortals gets the edge from some on combat and story, but a lower Metacritic is fitting for what a poor man's Breath of the Wild. And then Sinfluid says, I disagree. What makes the gameplay loop better in Breath of the Wild? My biggest problem with Breath of the Wild was the lack of things to do and the lack of rewards. Immortals fixes this problem with tons of things to do, and it has traditional RPG elements, skills, and powers to buy and upgrade. So everything you do rewards you in some way. Breath of the Wild has very little of this. Most side quests, for example, just get you rupees as the reward, and the game has 900 Korok seeds to find, which are just a pointless collectible. The physics are better in Breath of the Wild, but I don't like the shrine vaults and stamina system in either game, so that didn't bother me. I still think the Assassin's Creed games have the best climbing system in any open world game. My main complaint with Immortals is the difficulty. I played on hard and it was still too easy.
This guy's too much gamer for us, I think.
So I don't know. I just find it interesting that the things that a lot of people don't like about Immortals that they did like about Breath of the Wild are the exact opposite for other people, where it's kind of flipped. Kind of like how me and Chipwreck feel about the game. Right. That was it. I'm
still playing it. I'm still... It still feels like I'm just playing something to be playing it.
Like that Guy Fieri's shopping cart show?
That show was good.
Essentially.
Yeah.
I've not really found the gameplay loop yet in Immortals. It just seems like I'm wandering, and then there's like a chest over there. I go grab the chest. And
Are you actually doing the missions? The story missions?
I don't know.
Well, you should start doing some story missions and start doing the story missions and stop doing so much on the periphery, and then it'll sort of come together.
But there's all these things. Like I take 5 steps, and there's like, oh, there's something over there that I need to go do.
But you don't need to do it.
Do I need to go climb all the towers first, or all the statues first?
No, you only have to do one at a time.
I've done 3 of them so far.
Okay, well that's see that you're a little ahead of the game.
Too many towers.
Yeah. Just do some story stuff. Do some missions.
I can't even tell what the main missions are.
They should be marked on your map, and if not, you could just go to the quest screen.
It's the stuff with the snarky dialogue in it.
Mm-hmm.
See, I've been trying to avoid those things.
Can't avoid it. It's baked in.
Yes, it is.
What else we got here in show feedback?
So, Strange Brew had to say,
I love that movie.
Watch This Boys is 2021's Men on Film from In Living Color.
That's an old reference. I
barely
can
reference.
Put that together. But
one dude is 50 years old, but still covers his eyes like a toddler.
I'm not 50 years old. No dudes are 50 years old.
And thinks The Running Man is better than Predator.
I do think that. And I do cover my eyes like a toddler.
The other guy plays daily Fortnite and watches all the CW shows, but thinks Cobra Kai is cringy. I don't know what Fortnite has anything to do with what movies and TV I watch. Also, I haven't watched the CW show since last April. So,
Damn, he's way off.
Again, your point is bad.
Delete your account,
CW shows.
Strange Brew.
I watch 2 shows on a specific network. That's all of them. The third guy only watches kids shows and Apple propaganda.
Propaganda? What's the propaganda?
I don't know. I was trying to figure that one out. I guess if you have Apple Plus, Apple TV Plus, whatever their
propaganda.
That's the propaganda.
It's propaganda. Yeah. Worst segment of the show, but also the best segment of the show. Keep it up, boys. P.S. Vast of Night is a lesson in classic cinematography and what can be accomplished on a very small budget. The story is secondary. It's an impressive film, but I'm not surprised you didn't notice.
I read that earlier and I spit my drink out when I got to the last sentence. I noticed that. I didn't say that. I know what a low budget movie is, and it didn't do much for me. That's all I said. I understand it's a good looking movie. I believe I said that, but it didn't really move me much. And I didn't think there was much of a payoff in the ending. That's all. I wasn't particularly impressed by it. Okay. That's all. Boys. And I'm not 50. Did I mention I'm not 50?
Yeah, we know you're 51. What's next?